Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got two replays for you in the T28 Demolisher, which is a tier 8 premium American tank destroyer. It's one of the 3 cold steel tanks that is actually available in the premium tech tree right now for 15% discount. You can get it for free XP or you can get it for gold. You can see there the amount of gold, it's 9,800 just over, and just under 200,000 free XP. So the discount is obviously on the free XP if you got it, and you've been after this tank for a while now. It is available there to buy. So as always, we'll look at the statistics of this tank. So you can see the top speed is 33 kilometers an hour with a top reverse speed of 13.20 kilometers an hour. You've got internal fire chance of 20%. You have 1,150 hit points. You've got 330 meters concealment still, with 370 on the move, and then a view range of 452 meters. Your gun is a 105mm gun, and you've got 10 degrees of gun depression. You've got reload time of 17.38 seconds. You've got accuracy at 0.28. Your aim time of 1.67. You've got it is an auto loader, so you've got 3 shots in the clip. Where you've got ammo capacity of 60 with AP APCR rounds. Penetration values on your standard 218 with 265 on your pen, and then you've got 320 damage on your alpha. And shell velocity, you're looking at 945 on your standard with 1,181 on your premium rounds. Now the big thing to show on this, on your premium bonus, is the tank XP is 175%. It's also 150 on the silver and 115 on your tank XP. So crew earning potentials are through the roof on this. The cold steel tanks are some of the best. Looking at the armor, then you can see the frontal armor is the best part of the armor on this tank. You do have it's a bit thin on the machine gun port, so do be aware, and the turret cheeks as well, and the cupolas. So they're the obvious spots to get penned when you come up against tanks. If they're going to fire premium, they fire there, they will usually penetrate. Engine and the fuel tanks are in the back and the side, you can see there, and the ammo you've got on both sides of the tank and a bit of the back or the rear of the turret. So the sides can obviously be quite vulnerable to ammo racks and fires. So just something to obviously be careful of. So equipment wise, I run vents, I run advanced gun lane drive and traction system. Obviously you can't run gun rammer, so I've gone for traction system because obviously I want to improve the mobility on this tank. On my perks, I'm just running 6 perks at the moment because obviously crew training, but I run Born Leader, 6 Sense, Rapid Reload, Steady Aim, Camouflage Expertise and Situational Awareness. I would actually go for off-road driving, snapshot, and probably trap mechanic on my last 3. You could probably ditch camouflage expertise for clutch braking as well, because it's not like your standard tank destroyer, what we know as traditional tank destroyer, typical tank destroyer where you sit at the back and snipe. You've got that heavy frontal armor, so in effect you can play it a bit of like a heavy tank role up front, which we'll see in this replay here. So first replay, we are on Corellia, and that's my we're top tier, so my initial thoughts is okay, I want to be quite aggressive here. I have had some bottom tier games in this tank. Obviously it can be a struggle. It is more of a struggle, to be fair, because you've then got to factor in you don't want to go brawling with tier 10 tanks, because again they will punish you. The armor is really good, but if you're coming up, look, if you're going to get in a brawl with a chieftain, you're going to die. Most things that get in a brawl with a chieftain are going to die, just because, like I say, they have that high penetration where they can just pen you through the turret cheeks. and obviously that machine gun port, but you know, you're gonna struggle when you come up against tanks that are, you know, higher tier than you. So it's kind of like one of those where you've got to sort of pick and choose your moments of being aggressive. I mean, like I say, top tier, I would definitely be playing this on the front lines. Now you can see here we you know, with Corellia, you know, those corners get poked. We got a shot into that KB3, tried a second one, obviously it didn't go in. We got a real lucky shot there on the move, picking up our first kill of the game. Now, I made a move to here because I want to get sort of, I want to get round and get sort of like an angle on these guys. You know, you can see our light tanks here, and then the rest of the team are at the back. I also want to sort of be at the front, so I want to get the spotting assist as well. If I'm at the front and I can sort of light them up, I can potentially get some good spotting assist here. You can see the KB3 is taking our AMX Chaffee, so it's even more important that I'm here to keep this vision, to keep these tanks lit, so that the tanks behind me, I mean look, the majority of our team have come here, so I was sort of thinking, you know, this could pay off quite nicely if we stay here and, you know, and pick up a lot of assists. But our tanks are sort of picking up the pace now. I think they're sort of getting quite aggressive, so now I'm not really going to pick up any more assists. So the main thing here is just to sit here, use this ridge in front of me, go hold down, use my armour to its effect. You can see I bounced 770 hit points already. Now the team are pretty much doing a great job clearing up here, but I'm looking at the minimap and I'm thinking, right, okay, if we all push aside, we've got no cover on the base. There's a tank destroyer at the back there, which I would assume is going to get taken out quite soon, because there's only 2 tanks by the base, a heavy tank by theirs, and then the rest of the enemy are, you know, we don't know where they are, so basically they're unanswered for, which says to me that they're going to be over on the other flank. They're either going to be pushing towards our base, or they're going to be covering the 2 medium tanks that are there. So if that tank destroyer goes down, then the chances are those 2 mediums are going to be in the base, and they're not going to get spotted, because the tanks on the hill are not going to spot them. So effectively that tank destroyer is kind of being their eyes, but if those mediums are being covered, which you can see they have been, he's been taken, yeah, that tank destroyer has been taken up by artillery. So I thought at this point, if I can get back to the base, there's going to be a lot of damage coming my way, I can get hold down, and I can potentially hold up, you know, I can get resets on the cap if needs be, but I can kind of be a bit of a boulder, you know, and hold this point. It is a gamble, because obviously being an auto loader, I've got a 17-second reload time, so there's nothing to stop tanks flanking me. However, I know I'm being well covered by the hill, so I can light these tanks up. They can potentially get shots into these guys, but if I get flanked from behind, I know my team are going to have shots into this guy. And you can see, I can see this STA1 that's to the right of me. I'm focusing on the Leo. I've got a full clip into that guy, putting him on a one shot. I'm just waiting on reload, and then I should be able to finish the guy off. We managed to dodge a shell from him. Now STA1 is coming behind, but he's now getting punished. We get a shot into him, and got my second shot there, and I take him out for my 4th kill of the game. And you know, I kind of feel like I made the right move here by coming back, because there's, you know, tank on our cap. I've come back, and now I've got this friendly Panteria with me who can also help out, and between us we can reset the cap. There's a couple of tanks on the other side which the team are sort of now dealing with, and I feel like, you know, we've got a handle on the situation now. We've got map control, and we've swung this game into our favour, just by being aware. And that's the one key thing with this tank, is you need to be more aware than usual. Because of the speed, it's very slow, it's sluggish. It's one of the well, it's a major downside of this tank, to be fair. It is very slow. It's like the normal T28 prot. Yeah, in fact it's the same as the T28 prot in every way. It's just the only difference is the autoloader, really, and some of the gun statistics. But overall, it's pretty much bang on similar to the T28 prot. So yeah, there's only one tank destroyer left. It's actually a T28. it's the other side of the map. I don't think I'm going to get there, but you know, we'll try and give it a go and see if we can potentially pick up some extra damage. But you know, so far it's been a good game. Yeah, I think we've done quite well to sort of get in the faces of the enemy, but also make that tactical switch to go to the other side and defend the base. I think if we hadn't done that and pushed around with our team, we could have been at the danger of being capped out, I think, for definite. So there we go, we win the game, we come top of the board there, we got just under 3.5k damage, we got 4 kills, 780 assisted there, 920 blocked. And yeah, just a decent first replay there. Picked up the first class and the high caliber medal, and yeah, done alright there. So what we'll do is we'll head over to the second replay now. Okay, so here we are on the second replay now, and we are on highway, and we're top tier again. And yeah, we're on the more defensive point of the map. This one, I think, you know, I prefer the other spawn because you can be a lot more aggressive. However, if I'm honest with this tank, I actually thought, you know what, I kind of prefer this spawn, because for me the Demolisher is kind of like quite a defensive tank, and say you can really use that armor to its you know, to your advantage, and yeah, you can just kind of be like a barricade, I guess, against advancing tanks. Like I say, you have to be careful with that, or you know, the auto loader, you're on sort of reload for quite a long time. So you know, if you're going to sort of play that role, at least make sure you've got tanks with you that can cover you and obviously help while you're on reload. You know, they can sort of back you up and reinforce you. Doing it on your own, you are going to struggle quite a bit. So it's always good to make sure that you got backup and you got friendly support when you're doing that role. So anyway, we've already picked up 1 kill. We're at 1200 damage so far. You can see we're having quite a good time of it. Just picking up some shots and a kill on a couple of tanks that are sort of being spotted out in the open. And like I say, this position for me is absolutely fine, because yeah, I know the enemy's going to get aggressive, so I can just sort of sit here and, you know, just sort of play that defensive role. Just keep my turret showing, so you know, if any tanks shoot me, I can just bounce them off. Yeah, I'm sort of feeling quite confident and secure here, and I'm just going to let the enemy sort of, you know, come to me in a sense. Most of our team have gone through to the town. There's a couple sitting up here. We see this Tiger 2. I'm just trying to see if I can potentially get a shot into his cupola, but unfortunately we bounce there. We do get our third shot in. Artillery's looking at us, so I'm just backing off here and I'm just going to try and move out of the way. However, unfortunately, artillery manages to get a lucky shot on us. Takes a little bit of damage off us, so, but it's not the end of the world. It's fine and to be expected. You know, artillery is gonna aim at you. And another thing as well, we didn't point out on the armor profile is the top of the tank and the engine bay are weak. They're quite thin armor. So you know, if you get hit by artillery, chances are it's going to pen and it's going to do quite a bit of damage. So that is one thing to just sort of bear in mind. Obviously it's not going to bounce RT very well, and you're going to be an RT magnet because of your speed, how slow you are. Chances are you're going to look like dressed up lamb to an RT player, so just, you know, bear that in mind. But so we're just sort of staying on the hill here, and we're just keeping an eye on what opportunities come. We see this I think it's this Oni that just sort of comes out into the open. We managed to get a shot into him. I'm just keeping an eye on him. Do see this light tank coming around. We do try and sneak a shot in, but unfortunately just misses, and he gets out there. But now we see some tanks that have come up on our right hand side here, and they've obviously, like I said, they've made that aggressive play and they've pushed over on the A line up underneath our ridge, so I need to be careful of that. Destroyed that destructible cover with my last shells, so the Oni could take out that enemy Oni. I just wanted to get rid of that shell, to be fair, so I could get on reload, but also just break that destructible cover to help the so the Oni could take out that enemy tank. Take a blind shot on that Tiger P there. I think it only hits his track. I'm not going to have another go at that because there are tanks on the right hand side here that I can possibly get shots on. Do see the light tank out in the open, so I'm going to take the opportunity to get a shot into there. I do try and get a kill shot, but unfortunately he just gets out there. Again, I was trying to take out the light tank to kill the eyes basically. The light tank again on this map can be very strong. We reload there, but unfortunately the Huntsman or Chimera, whatever it is, just gets out in time. Now we've got this freedom here. Now we did poke up a little bit too high, and I think we may have exposed our bottom plate there. Either that or he's just sort of gone for our turret cheek or machine gun port, but yeah, we were trying to get shots into that freedom there. I forgot how well armoured the freedom actually is. Yeah, you can see that he's trying to go for our cheeks, I think. We get shot from the side. This AMX has decided to come YOLOing in, and at this point I thought, oh great, that's my game done. But he just only puts a few shells in and missed the second shot there. Unfortunately, he gets away, and now we're on 63 hit points. We had a damaged Armour, which luckily we fixed, and it's kind of looking a bit... It's not looking great, if I'm honest. I've kept the one shell in. I'm thinking this is a GG, this is it, it's game over basically. Now this light tank just makes a faux pas and decides to just come straight over into me. I don't know if he thought I was on reload, but you can see that luckily that Hori manages to get rid of their other enemy light tank. And now it's looking a bit more favourable, and yeah, it's now basically 4 versus 3. We get 2 shots into Tiger, we get a third one there, we can put him on a 1 shot on reload. However, we need to get resets on the base, which luckily we do. We've got 1 tank on their cap. We've got about 20 seconds left. We're reloaded, gonna wait for this Tiger to come round. He shoots us, but he bounces, and we take our time and get those shots in. And I'm just gonna try and see now if I can squeeze these 2 shots into this tank before the timer runs out. That freedom is making it very difficult. He's just poking a little bit out, and we've got 1 shot in, and we pick up the kill there. And there we go. Luckily, we just managed to pick up our 4th kill before we capped out. So yeah, that was a close game, but yeah, we managed to pick up the win somehow. Got 4 kills there, just over 5k damage, and no assist there, but we did block 960 damage. And yeah, it turned out a really nice game. I only picked up the 1st class there and the high caliber. Obviously, we're top tier, so I think if that was a tier 9, tier 10 game, that possibly could have been an ace there. But so just to conclude then, is this tank worth it? Yeah, well, it's a weird one for me because I find the mobility quite hard to sort of to deal with in my in the sense of I like fast mediums, and that's sort of my tank class to go to. But however, I do find this tank, it's alright, it's not too bad out of the cold steel tanks. I think I probably still prefer the Earthshaker. I think this is, in my opinion, I would probably place this. I picked this over the Eradicator. I know that's probably a bit of a controversial thing to say, because a lot of people say the Eradicator is the best one out of all 3, which I can see and I get the point. But yeah, I think this can be a bit of a roadblock, and it does perform quite well when you sort of bunker down. And yeah, it's got some good points, but yeah, the mobility for me can be a bit of an issue. But as a crew XP earner, it is fantastic. All the cold steel tanks have that 175% earn rate on crew XP. So if you're a new player, or if you're someone that's got limited amount of crews that are fully maxed out or skilled up, then this is definitely worth a look at to earn, the career XP. I mean, you can see sort of some of the last games I've sort of earned between 40,000-50,000 XP on career XP. So in that sense, it's definitely worth it for a crew trainer, that's for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.